Natalie Gordon of McHenry County Jewish Congregation. This week we have a Jewish holiday besides Shabbat, and that is Tu B'Shvat. Now, Tu B'Shvat literally means the 15th of Shvat. Shvat is a month. Just like saying the 4th of July. Well, when we say the 4th of July, of course, we know we're talking about Independence Day. And Tu B'Shvat is the new year of the trees. Now, this holiday, Tu B'Shvat, has gone through so many different iterations. It started out as a way to figure out how old a tree is, because once a tree is 3 years old, then you have to start putting aside part of the produce of the tree, kind of as a tax. And of course, this was true in ancient Israel. And that was the origins of it. Now, what happened to Tu B'Shvat once Jews were primarily living outside of Israel? Well, in the Middle Ages, or say in the 1500s, it became kind of a Jewish mystical holiday. And different qualities of trees were lauded. Later on, in the 20th century, it became a way of raising money to plant trees in Israel. Because obviously the middle of January or February, which is when it falls, we're not going to be planting trees, not in Illinois anyway. But when I was growing up, we would bring money in to Hebrew school, and we'd get these little stamps of leaves to lick and stick onto a sheet until we had it all covered. You know, we had brought in enough money. And then that money was sent to Israel, and we'd get a certificate back about a tree being planted with the funds that we sent. Now, more recently, what has happened is people have begun celebrating trees in terms of what do they do for us. Well, we know we get fruits and nuts from trees, but we also know that trees give off oxygen, and trees shield us from too much heat, the shade. Trees house birds and other animals. So in recent years, we've been having what's called a Tu B'Shvat Seder. Now we think of a Seder as associated with Passover, and what does that mean? Seder, the word Seder simply means order. But a Passover Seder, we sit around the table and we sample foods and we have blessings and we talk about freedom from slavery. Well, on Tu B'Shvat, we sample foods that come from trees, and we have readings and blessings that have to do with appreciating the bounty that we get from trees. Now, Tu B'Shvat comes in the middle of this week, and on Shabbat, since we have a Shabbat morning service, during which, by the way, we're going to be reading the Ten Commandments. Very exciting. We're going to follow that with a Tu B'Shvat Seder over lunch. And many of the foods that we will sample will be things that grow on trees, whether it's olives, fruit, nuts, avocados. And we'll be drinking grape juice, apple juice. We're going to have a good time. So I hope you can join us this Shabbat. The service starts at 9:30, and the Tu B'Shvat Seder starts around noon. So if you can't get there at 9:30, you can come anytime during the morning, and we'll start the Seder around noon. So happy Tu B'Shvat, and I look forward to seeing you on Shabbat.